But here we are, and I have done my very best job to take this this shipping label off, and you can see I didn't quite get the job done. But I am back, and I've got Barrel and Blade for July 2021, not 1921. In case you were wondering, let's be specific. So, interesting non-standard Barrel and Blade box for this month. So I'm curious. I still am absolutely in love with this Boker here from last month's Monthly Knife Club. It's just, I cannot describe to you the pleasure I get from EDCing this little knife. I made a little lanyard for it. I just, oh man, if only the clip was on the other side. But it's my only complaint about this guy. It is amazing for EDC. So we'll use it for the opening. If I ever made a horror movie about boxes, it would be called The Opening. But speaking of the opening, oh hey, look at this little box right here. Nice. Yeah. Oh. Well, we got that out of. Okay. Well, we got a nice. We got. Oh. Well, I'm not feeling thrilled here. Oh. Oh boy. I am not, just get this like recently and something else, I don't know. And of course the fluffies. Well, my llama llama ding dongs. What? This is me resting my head in my hands for a second. Because I don't, what were they thinking this month? Or were they just like, we've got a great month for August, just pack the box. I mean, I was very excited to see this coming out of the box first. Thank God I saw this first. Or would it have been better for me to see this last? I don't know. But let's just, so, oh, wow. What a suck to get a level 1. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So, okay. So, Barrel and Blade has the 2 levels, level 1, level 2. It looks like this month, though, the difference is you just get more stuff. And that's kind of how it's been going lately, is that level 2 just has more. What I really liked in months past, level 2 has often had the same as level 1, but what it had was like better versions of the stuff that comes in level 1. So like I remember, like, you know, level 1 would get like a knife, but then level 2 would get like a better knife. You know what I mean? Like something like that. Let's just go ahead and do this. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get over some of the stuff in this box. Like, this is not Barrel and Blade stuff. But let's get going. Okay, so first time out of the box is a $9 Duke Cannon lip balm. Offensively large sunscreen lip balm. Which, you know, when I first saw it, I thought it was something else. In another box, and I believe it might have been Battle Box once upon a time, we got a Duke Cannon, exact same shape and tube, but it's like, it was something similar to Doc Spartan. You know, it was like a skin irritation kind of soothing thing that I have actually used. You know, especially bug bites and some chafing areas with my new getting back into shape, running and everything, and it's pretty good. It was actually pretty effective. And that's I thought we got another one of those, and I was actually pretty happy about that when I saw it, because I was like, oh, good, that's something that I know is a good usable product that I know I'll use. I'm not sure how often I'll use lip balm. I don't know. Now in winter months, I'm not gonna lie, I get chapped lips when it's cold, and I'll use Carmex if I'm gonna be out like shoveling and stuff. But it smells kind of medicated-y. Tested by active duty military personnel. That's what it says. Has a fresh mint taste that appeals to men, not teenage girls. That's its selling point. I don't know. This might be the kind of thing that I'm like right now. I'm like, eh, and then I end up using later and I like. But I don't know. The last Duke Cannon thing I got, I'm not a fan of their soaps because they're just giant and clunky bars of soap, and I haven't really liked the scents. But the last Duke Cannon, one of these things I got, I ended up, like I said, I used it. It was good, and I was happy with it. I wonder where it is around here right now. And I have used it on some, irritated skin, and it's honestly, I'd say it's probably as good as Doc Spartan in terms of what it did to help me out when I needed it. So, not thrilling, but useful. So I'll put it in the like it category, honestly. So there's item number 1. But item number 2 is a Barrel and Blade OG Fit Camo hat for $33. $33. Now, I'm not one of these guys. Now, I used to not be. You guys remember back in the day when I was like, I'm not a hat guy. I don't wear hats. And now I always wear hats. And my, the thing was, way back when the channel started, I used to have to wear, like, it was part of the uniform. I had to wear a hat all the time at work whenever I was outside. I shouldn't say outside, when I was not under overhead cover, because that's the way the regulation is written. I was not a fan of hats. Now I do wear certain hats, but look, I'm never going to wear this hat. There is never an occasion where I'm going to wear this hat. And I have always resented companies branding them their stuff, their merch, and putting it in a box, and then putting a value on it and calling it an item in a box. Now, when I came up with, people have always okay. When people have asked me for a while, like, would I do merch, would I, for the channel and stuff like that. And recently I have. And, that way people that want to show support for the brand can do it. And it helps support the channel and helps bring more videos, okay? But then some people said, like, well, you're a hypocrite because you always say you don't like, when companies send branded stuff. Here's the difference. I'm not packaging a box and giving you Doc P stuff and saying, here's the box, here's an item you paid for in the box that's supposed to be full of gear. If somebody wants to spend their money on a t-shirt or a sticker or a cup or a pint glass or whatever, they're choosing to do that. But if somebody is buying a box, right, that they're expecting gear or whatever, and you are billboarding an item and then assigning a dollar value to that item and putting it in the box and saying, here, this is part of the value of your box, here it is, that's a totally different situation. Now, if you want to then say, like, hey, if you love our brand so much, go to our website and buy a hat, totally different situation. Now, there are some people, I'm sure, that really love the brand and want to rep the brand and show it off that would love this. I'm not one of those people. There are some brands that I will that I will, you know, that I do pay the money for to wear the brand name. A lot of my wardrobe is kind of beachy surfing stuff, because I spent a long time when I lived in Florida. Lived in Florida twice. And, you know, ever since I learned how to surf way back when, the first time I lived in Florida, when I lived in Orlando, working with the dudes over at Patrick Air Force Base, and that's, by the way, that's what they do. In the 920th, for PT in the mornings, surfing is a hell of a workout. We did that. And so, yeah, I'll wear Billabong. I'll wear, well, anyway, I won't even, you know, there are certain things that I'll do, that I'll pay for, because it represents things I'm interested in. I'm sorry I've gotten off track, but $33 of the value of the box is for the branded hat. And I'm not down, this is something that I think this is best on their website, something you can buy, not something that should come in the box. No. So this goes in the don't like it. All right, done with that rant. But next, we have something that I equally probably will not like. Nixon Cape vegan leather wallet. Let's talk about vegan leather. What in the almighty fuck is vegan leather? What does that even mean? Oh my god. It even says on the card, this one is, in quotes, vegan, so you won't get canceled pulling it out in front of people. So vegan leather means it's not real leather. That's what they're saying, right? So it looks like leather. It does look like leather. It doesn't quite feel like real leather, like, you know, maybe it's because I know. But, so, what is it actually made of? I don't know. But, so, if you're somebody that's going to get a vegan wallet, a vegan leather wallet, wouldn't you not even want to represent leather? Wouldn't you not even want to represent the leather industry? I mean, I don't understand the concept, like, why even vegan leather? And it's a nice wallet. It's thin. It's not as thin as the little one that I use from Popov Leather, because I like the little, you know, it's just a little sleeve basically. But it is a thin wallet. It's got a little satin lining in it. It is made in China. It says RFID blocking, but I'm not. Is it RFID? Well, it's got some panels sewn in there. And then it's got an ID window. If I still use the full folding wallet, I could see myself using this maybe. But since I got, where is it? The Popov Leather little, this little guy, which is still much smaller. This just stays in my front pocket all the time. And I love it. And it's real leather. It's actual leather. It's not made of vegans. And this, again though, Barrel and Blade, why are you sending wallets to people? What is this? Like, and so, I mean, the tactical type wallets that they like to throw in these boxes sometimes, at least I get it. It's like one of those tactical kind of wallets. Tactical. I don't see this as a Barrel and Blade item. The quality on it is good though. You know, it's like, and I don't know, maybe we'll give this away in a giveaway someday. I find the concept still of a vegan leather wallet, like, if you are against leather, if that's your thing, if you're like, well, a vegan type person, like, oh, don't hurt the animals, then even a fake leather wallet you're a hypocrite for even having it, because unless you unless you have like in giant red letters across it, not real leather, you're still repping to the world it looks like leather. You're trying to make it look like you have a leather wallet, which implies that you're cool with using leather. I don't know. It's dumb to me. You guys get what I'm saying? I'm gonna put this in matte because it feels like a decent quality thing, but. And $25 for a real, I mean, a good quality leather wallet I would pay. I wouldn't pay anything for a vegan leather wallet because I think it's stupid. But there it is. I don't think it belongs in Barrel and Blade. Not at all. I don't know what it's doing. You hear it all. Okay, moving on. Next we've got Voodoo Tactical Weatherproof Notebook. So, two things that I really like in one. I love Voodoo Tactical. I love a lot of stuff that they make. I do love Voodoo Tactical. And I love these waterproof, weatherproof notebooks. I use them all the time. In fact, I have a whole video. It's a 2-part video on these waterproof, weatherproof notebooks and all sorts of different ones that are out there. And I'll tell you what, I'll put a little doobly-doo up here where you can click. I'll make part 1 on the end screen. The little tiles. I'll make part 1 a thing you can click, and then I'm sure that in part 2 there's also a link to part 2 so you can see. I have it's a video about the notebooks and then also the different kinds of writing devices that you can use them with. So, is this a plastic? Yeah, I guess it is. It doesn't feel like some notebooks have better plastic covers, but I use these all the time, military-wise. This front page is kind of jacked up. One thing you got to be aware is that, if you like those nice smooth writing gel ink pens, you're going to just smudge your writing all over. These are made for use specifically with alcohol markers, but they work really great with, what don't they work with? There's another kind of marker I can't think right now, but pencil works great on them. Quick drying like ballpoint ink works really great. You can use Sharpie on them, and it is. I mean, it's waterproof. Now, you submerge the paper in water and it will get wet, but it's like weather resistant, so you can use it out in the field, and the paper can like fall in a puddle, and if you take it out real quick, your writing doesn't get smudged. And the ink doesn't run real quick, if you're using the right kind of stuff. That's why you use the alcohol markers, because the Staedtler alcohol markers, or pencil or stuff like that. But gel ink does not adhere to this very well at all. But anyway, watch the video if you're curious on all the different options out there. This I do like, and it has an MSRP of $5, which is pretty good. And I have so many of these, and I've given these away. Multiple times, because I bought a bunch for the video, and then I highly recommend these in bags, just in the car, in your pocket, whatever. These are pretty good. These actually are very good to have. I didn't know Voodoo Tactical made them. So many companies make them. It used to just be Right in the Rain was the only company that made them. It was the first company. And now you can get them in so many different. You can get them in different colors. You can get them in different paper patterns, side opening, top opening, different sizes of notebooks and everything. And so, yeah, watch the videos to see all the different options. And this goes, and I like it. All right. So next we have Earth Pack. It's a dry bag. It's a 10-liter dry bag. I really feel like we have seen this before. We have gotten many, many dry bags in many, many boxes. I think just about every single box brand has given us a dry bag at one point or another. And that's not a bad thing. Some work better than others. But yeah, because this one comes with the little phone case. So there's a little dry bag for your phone, and you can use your touch screen while it's in there. I'm pretty sure most people know. Oh, what is this? What is this? How to redeem. Earth Pack Adventure starts here. Okay. Oh, it's a scratch and reveal. Thank you for your purchase. It's a dry bag thing. So, I'm pretty sure most of you know how dry bags work. If you don't. So, it is a waterproof bag. And I'm not talking weather resistant. I'm talking waterproof. And it's got this kind of rigid thing at the top. You fill it up with what you want. And then what happens is you don't fill it all the way to the top. You leave yourself a little bit of room. And then you fold it over. And then you fold it over. And then you use these little things. So the more you fold it over, the more you're capable of folding it over, the more watertight seal you have, because it just means that there's less of a chance of leakage that's possible. And it keeps whatever you put in here dry, perfectly dry. For, I mean, if you do it right, indefinitely. They come in different sizes. This one is a very thick gauge plastic. Some of them are very ridiculously thin. Like REI sells one, and I love REI. I'm not bagging on REI, but they sell one that feels like the material a tent is made of, and I haven't put it to the test, but I just don't know how it actually works compared to when you feel like the heavy gauge rubber that things like these are made of. Now, this actually, $19 is not bad. 10 liters is a little bit, I don't know, average to small for a dry bag, but if you consider like just a change of clothes and putting like stuff that can be ruined with water in this, and that's kind of all you put in it, it's not bad. This is, if you've ever been out hiking and then all of a sudden you've been in the rain and like now you're hiking and you're wet and soggy and miserable, you understand the value that something like this can have. These things can also make semi-decent flotation. It's not airtight, but it is watertight. But you can actually make some semi-decent flotation kind of things out of these temporarily, because the air will escape eventually. But dry bags are cool to have. Dry bags are very cool to have. It's, you know, it's not the most exciting thing to get in the box, but it is useful. And this brand makes good ones. Like I said, really heavy gauge rubber. And let's look inside the bag again. You see it's all totally coated. The seams are stripped and sealed, so there is no chance for leakage. Certainly more of a gear related good item than a vegan leather wallet. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure where to put this, because I'm just feeling so meh in this whole thing because of the hat and the wallet. I don't know, I'm just going to put it on top of the wallet for now. I do love that this one comes, though, with this phone case, which holds almost anything. I think I figured out that I would actually have to take the OtterBox off my phone to fit it in here. I just had my phone. Just had my phone. Yeah. So it's got these little rolly clip things. Yeah, that was the issue. Maybe this is a different one? No, mine don't. Look, the OtterBox fits. And then you put these guys in, and you've got a watertight seal. And can I access? No, can I access the buttons? Can't even find the buttons. Ah, I can. Look at that. Nice. It does stuff. Yeah, see? And now your phone is dry. Alright, we've got one item left in the box. And now we're at the Spyderco. And it is the Spyderco Astute. So, the Astute, what does it say about the Astute? It says it's, Peter, would you not drink my water? Thank you very much. A 3.39-inch stainless blade, ground flat from the spine. All right, so flat ground knife, very good for slicing and things like that. But it's 8 CR13. So, well, let's take, oh, okay, so it's a little guy. It's just a little guy. And standard Spyderco packaging. But still, Spyderco, right? But 8 CR13 Steel leads me to believe this would be a Chinese-made Spyderco, similar to the resilience, the tenacious, the persistence, things like that. But it is a... Ooh. It's got a hell of a detent in it. There's no way that... Ooh! But that actually... Ooh, that detent does good. Look at that. So, it reminds me... It definitely looks like it fits in that... It looks like a little mini resilience. But definitely in that same family. It's very thin. It's a very thin little slicing kind of blade. With a nice light weight. G10 scales. And that action is really crisp and clean, though. And that's just, you know, the way these things are built, they're all kind of built the same. It's on washers, not bearings. Beautiful finish on the blade. And then, of course, like all the rest, you've got a 4-way clip. So, and I like these kind of spoon-style clips that they use, too. Some of the, you know, some of the cheaper Spydercos, they come with that wire clip, which I cannot stand. $67. MSRP $67? Really? Why this has an MSRP of $60? So I was just in another video bitching about the $50 price tag on the Tenacious, which is a bigger knife than this. And this is $67? I don't know. Spyderco's got to unfuck its pricing. But do I have a cutting money? Could have sworn I did. Somewhere around here. So we got the cutting money, and I mean, it's you know, it's good. It's good. It could use time on the strop, and maybe before that, a very fine diamond hone. It's good. It could be just a little less resistance, but very fine bevel there. I mean, absolutely a good knife. Don't get me wrong, but $67 for 8 CR13 and G10. I mean, I can find these same materials in a Kershaw, in a CRKT, in a Civivi, in a CRJB, in any number of brands, in a Kubi for less money, probably with the same attention to detail and the same mechanics and everything. It doesn't have the name on it, though. It doesn't have that little logo. But $67, I think, is outrageous for that knife. Even more so than the $50 price tag on the Tenacious. But it is a good knife. The thing is about Spyderco, you know you've got a quality knife, and you know that you've got a good company backing it up if there are any defects. And even if you do something to screw it up, their warranty's pretty good. I mean, short of you being a complete bonehead and using it as a pry bar or something like that. But it is a good knife, and the knife's going to go, and I like it. It feels good, it's comfortable. Yeah, so there. So, end of the day, what do we got? We've got 3 items that I like. I actually like. And there are probably some people that are surprised at the fact that I like the Duke Cannon and that I like... Well, remember, I'm liking the Duke Cannon based on the fact that I like the other Duke Cannon stuff and it worked. I don't know if I have any use for a sunscreen lip balm. I don't know. But I really love... These waterproof notebooks, worth their weight in gold when you need them, you know? And I love Voodoo Tactical stuff, so cool. Vegan leather wallet, I have zero use for whatsoever, but I probably will get into the hands of somebody that does. So, man, this hat absolutely don't. You know, in the, not just the don't like it pile, but the, what the fuck pile. You know, $33 hat item that's their branding? No. And the dry bag is it's not a like it, don't like it, or a meh. It's a great to have when you need it. But we've gotten so many dry bags. Then again, there's always, you know, I got to look at it from the other point of view. There's always the chance this is somebody's first box. I don't have one yet. So, you know, but it's just, I feel like these kind of items, this is like the stuff that I would see in Nomadic, which I canceled for being too hipster, way too hipster. These three things right here. I'm disappointed, honestly, that they came in a barrel and blade. Now, barrel and blade, like I've always said, long run has really been my favorite gear box over the long run. But they've had a couple of misses. They have. But the good stuff they give you is so good. That's the part that's like, it's like, man, I feel like I'm just tumbling here. Like, what they give you that's good is so very good. And then this stuff is like, what is going on, guys? I don't know. A good wallet is always useful. RFID block. I mean, it's not something that I would personally use. This, I don't know what is up with this. I just don't get it. But everything, you know. But even if I'm not gonna use it, I know somebody that would. Everything in the box will be put to use by me or someone else, except this thing. I don't know about that. Anyway, so now it's time for your thoughts on stuff. This is actually going to be put to use probably more readily to me than this dry bag. This dry bag, if I go adventuring, sure, will be. But this probably has more potential for use on a more regular basis. Now, because the last one I got, my phone wouldn't fit in it unless I took it out of the case, and I wasn't just about to pop it in and out of the case to put it in here. So that's really cool. But what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on this barrel and blade? I have a feeling we're going to get a lot of negative comments about the stuff in this box. And you know what? Let them rip, open fire, because the company needs to know when people are not happy with what they put in the box. They really do. So, go. Ready? Go. I still stand by the ones that the pieces that I really like. The stuff that I really don't like, But now it's your turn. So thanks as always to my Patreon team that makes so much stuff possible. More stuff on this channel than you guys even know is brought to you just by that Patreon team, because they are so awesome in supporting me and supporting all of us and supporting the stuff that goes on. You know. So as always, I like to shout them out. If I don't, it's because the box or the item was provided specifically by one other, like a viewer specifically or something like that, or I just plain old dumb forgot. But anyway, thanks guys. Thanks for everybody who supports the channel, watches the video, takes part in the discussions, everything else. You are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will be back again real soon.